So my name is America Islas, pronouns she, her, ella. I'm the clinical director at Pacific Center for Human Growth, and I hold my LMFT license. Pacific Center was founded in 1973. It's the oldest LGBTQI2S center in the Bay Area. It's the only sliding scale mental health clinic that serves our LGBTQI2S population and QT BIPOC folks. We also serve families in our Alameda County. Our mission and our values are centralized around enhancing the mental health and overall well-being of our LGBTQI2S population and QT BIPOC folks. We provide culturally responsive therapy, peer-to-peer support groups. We do community outreach services, and we facilitate workshops. We also strive to incorporate our strong social justice and trauma-informed framework. And we do a lot of clinical training and peer-to-peer support programs that will help us deliver more equitable mental health services to our community. Typical duties of a trainee at a Pacific Center holds obviously seeing clients, whether it's individual, couples, family therapy, but they also hold other responsibilities beyond their clinical work. They are responsible for, in the beginning when they get onboarded, a required 2-week training onboarding. For 2 weeks. They continue to have support throughout that, but the 2 weeks at the beginning, it's a requirement to attend. There's didactic training, which is 2 hours a week. We have professional development training, 2 hours a week as well. We do phone screens for an hour. So the trainees are responsible for 1 hour a week to do phone screens and get some clients into our waiting list. We do community assignments. So the trainees are required to commit 1 hour a week to some of these community assignments within Pacific Center. So that's around facilitating groups, co-facilitating, helping out with the QI department, or just any of the other tasks that are community related that can be connected to providing resources or services to our community. Trainees will also be responsible to attend a 1 hour a week individual supervision and 2 hours a week for group supervision. Clients usually get referred to us through our website. We have a link on our Pacific Center website that clients can self-refer. We also take Medi-Cal clients, so we get referrals from Access, or they can just pick up the phone and call our referral line and ask what type of services they're looking for, and we can connect them to one of our therapists. In order for a client to start services, we will complete a phone screen. So we'll get the client's interest on what they're looking for, seeing if Pacific Center is a good fit for them. We will then assign them a therapist. So one of the trainees will be assigned to these clients, and then the trainee will set up an initial intake session and start their therapy treatment with them. Typical caseload for our trainees varies from 8 to 10 clients. Some trainees will take up to 15 clients, also too, depending on our if we have a wait list or how many referrals are coming in. We do tend to start our trainees slowly with 2 to 3 clients after the 2-week training onboarding, and slowly work up and ramped up their caseload. So you're not being thrown into with 10 clients at a time. We slowly help you build that caseload for you. And the caseload varies. So you can have from Medi-Cal clients to Ryan White clients to individual couples, families, and the age range is also in there. We have from teenagers to adults, and the issues that clients come in with vary too as well, also too with the diagnosing. Supervision is structured at Pacific Center in two ways. So you have individual supervision. You will get paired up with the supervisor for weekly individual supervision. The trainees will schedule on their own according to their availability and the supervisor's availability. So that's done very independently. But we do provide the individual supervisor. We also provide the group supervision. That is set for every Thursdays from 9 to 11. It's 2 hours long, and all the cohort will have their group supervision during that time. Training is structured. I did talk about it a little bit ago. So we have an onboarding training that's held for the first 2 weeks. That's around documentation, around getting to know Pacific Center, getting to know, the training agenda, the programs, and just getting familiar with Pacific Center, and also to just how the processes are in order to submit documentation, do assessments, diagnosing, and a lot of training around Medi-Cal clients. We also have the didactic trainings, which are 2 hours a week. Me as a clinical director will set up weekly trainings for 2 hours. So I will get outside trainers to come in and train you on specific themes that I feel will be beneficial to be able to provide better services to our clients. You also have a professional development training, which is also 2 hours a week. These trainings are all held on Thursdays. So we would ask the training to allocate all Thursday to be able to be present for Pacific Center and attend these trainings. The trainings that we've had, being able to take this journey with us, have been able to be very successful at Pacific Center, because we have a team that cares. I'm fairly new at Pacific Center, but since I walked in, or virtually walked into Pacific Center, I had a feeling that I was part of a family, right? So Pacific Center is here to help you succeed. We're here to take this journey with you, and also be part of your learning process as personally as professional as well. We're a very supportive team. We encourage you. We celebrate your accomplishments, and we also are there with you to learn from our mistakes. So we're definitely a family-oriented team. So if that's what you're looking for, we definitely help you succeed in that part. Trainings that have been at Pacific Center have found the Medi-Cal documentation to be challenging. We provide a lot of support, a lot of drop-in clinic hours, a lot of training around how to properly submit Medi-Cal documentation. We do have a handful of Medi-Cal clients, so we do have to meet Medi-Cal standards and requirements. So that becomes a little bit challenging. There's deadlines. Notes have to be written a certain way, certain language has to be documented, assessments have to cover certain things as well. There is a portion on there of diagnosing, so you work closely with your supervisor in doing that as well. But like I said, even that part that's very challenging, Pacific Center it does a good job of supporting you throughout those challenges. Like, CIIS trainees to know that we are taking, we're very excited to get the new cohort started for next year. I'm looking, for students that are motivated, that are willing to put their heart on their sleeve and work with our minority communities, and providing more accessible and affirming services. So if this is something that you're interested in, please reach out to me. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions and connect with you, or let you know what the process is in order to get you into our cohort for next year, August 2022. I'm looking forward to meeting you all.